Okay, welcome back yet again, friends, strangers, and enemies. So, instead of getting back to the Devil May Cry reactions for today and doing the redirects on BitChute, something else ended up coming across my feed, which kind of piqued my curiosity. I wanted to react to it before anything else. So yeah, Rarity Dash. He was a guy that I mentioned quite a few times on the channel, like, a couple times when I would stream. He's come up in conversation a few times. And actually, before I decided to do the whole VTuber thing and start streaming games and all that stuff, he was one of the few inspirations which was originally going to turn me into a reaction YouTuber. Yeah, him and Blasphemous HD before Blasphemous HD ended up doing what he did, and yeah, he kind of fell off. That and I was also taking inspiration from people like Bob's Show for the reviews, which we are doing, and hey, we are still incorporating reactions onto the channel. So yeah, Rarity Dash's influence, that's part of the reason why we're doing the redirects with the Devil May Cry series, actually. Yeah. You may notice that some of his mannerisms I may have even picked up over the years. I've been watching this guy since I was at, like, the end of high school, or maybe the middle of high school. He's been around for a while, and yeah. This video that he put up says, important update regarding the future of this channel, and that left me slightly concerned, especially after the recent news with Gura. Because this guy is one of my top favorite YouTubers of all time, so yeah, I'm hoping that he's not stepping away from the platform completely. But erring on the optimistic side, maybe he is just going to rebrand like DWK did. If you don't know who DWK is, then look him up. He is also a very amusing content creator. He actually does VTuber stuff now, which maybe that's what the update's about here. Maybe we are going to have a serendipity VTuber in the future. Fingers crossed that he plays those Shantae games that I got him. But yeah. Let's look into this. Important update regarding the future of this channel.
Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, and
hello.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry for the break. I did not intend to be gone this long. It's probably the longest break in a while. I've been pretty good at posting content for the past year, but ended up disappearing for a month. I think I did say something about maybe taking like a week off after Fez in one of my more recent videos. At least I meant to, because I kind of knew.
I actually haven't seen any of his more recent videos.
And put me behind.
Need to catch up on this stuff.
But I didn't really ever intend to be gone for more than, like, at most a week. But it ended up being a bit more than that for a variety of reasons. Partly because I just got kind of lazy at first. And there was also the whole Lume announcement, which got me kind of dejected, and now that's just compounded with the latest bad news on that front.
Seen Best Girl Mori in the background.
Yeah, as the time pressed on, I started to think a lot of things over, and I decided that now was the time to kind of set some things in motion and pull the trigger on something that I've honestly been meaning to do for a while, and something that's really been a long time coming.
Hope that this is a rebrand and not stepping away from the platform completely.
To be the right time, and now it is. And it's going to take a while to explain everything I'm coming from, so
yeah, half-hour video.
To kind of, because this is going to be a long update. I'll go ahead and first lay out the most important things for people to know. Number one, reaction requests are now officially closed. No more requests are being accepted. Unless you're one of the few
kind of sucks. I actually had a couple more Civi reactions I wanted to check out. If we have some
sort of agreement in place, I will still honor that, and you will still be able to make the request using the same PayPal link as before, and I will still react to your request. But in all other cases, not going to be accepting any more requests, and yeah, the requests that have been accepted, that are on the list currently, they have all been recorded. Every single one of them. So, yeah, I have been working, at least for part of this break. In fact, they're all uploaded. I'm going to be putting them out at the same pace as before. Same sort of schedule, 5 a week on weekdays. We have Hall Live reactions in between on the weekends. But everything on the list right now is recorded and ready to go. The plan is that once I have expended all of the recorded reaction requests, the plan is, these reaction requests that have already been recorded are in the process of coming out, I'm going to pivot and start recording something else that has been very much demanded for a long time, which is the return of series reactions. Many of the cartoon and anime series.
Oh, nice. That's
going to be coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be trying to...
I've actually been waiting for this guy to get back into regular show,
wrap
of
things
all
up
things.
for a lot of the series that I was doing before. I'm not going to be starting any new series, but...
well, that's fair. You still left off on a couple of cliffhangers.
Most of them I will be returning to and seeing through to completion. Not everything. If it was something where I wasn't that deep into it, like if I'm right in the middle or towards the beginning, then probably not. And there may be some things where I'm just not that interested years later to continue it, where just the interest has faded with time. And
well, fingers crossed that you're still interested in regular show.
The drive to go back, but I feel like most, or at least I don't know if I should say it, because it's kind of different for everyone. What the most, what you most want to see me return to in terms of series reactions, what that is. But a lot of the popular ones will be concluded, and we're going to try and wrap up everything that I can, or as much as I can. And it's going to be a bit different. I'm going to be doing it sort of in a bulk upload style, where to minimize the number of uploads, really. That's the plan. I hated that part. That's kind of what killed series reactions in the first place, was having to upload so many files into so many different sites. Just the whole redirect aspect of that
I can
really contributed to the burnout.
I can kind of see how that would get overwhelming
on the channel. So to minimize that part of it, I'm going to be doing these large bulk uploads where it's like multiple hours in a single video, and I don't know where I'm going to upload it yet. I mean, Google Drive, even though it's going to take up a lot of space, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I think I got space to spare. And I don't know. I'll find places to upload the long videos. But
all right, so this isn't.
That's how I'm going to do it.
This isn't completely videos, bad news here.
And that's the great thing about being ahead on series reactions, because in multiple weeks.
It kind of sucks that the requests are going away, but I'm excited about this.
And, it's going to take weeks for all that content to come out, and in that time, I'm going to be able to start to get ahead on the series reactions. And I don't know how far ahead. That'll kind of determine the pace at which they come out. When we do change to that mode. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's like several weeks off at this point. But yeah, the big news there. Series reactions are returning. Though, yeah, as said, not going to be doing anything new. And the idea of this is really to tie up loose ends, because the plan at the moment is to, when I'm satisfied with where I'm at with series reactions, I'm going to be, I guess, ceasing regular operations of the Rarity Dash channel.
Oh.
That's not to say I won't ever post a video on the channel again. There might be a reason for it. I'm not going to say that definitively.
Okay, so we're getting a rebrand on top of things. All right.
When all of this is done, which, again, multiple months away, The plan is to back away from it, and now we get to the part where I explain why. And I mean, it really starts with this.
OBS.
This is my subscriber growth, and it's basically logarithmic, which is not a good thing. We started out nice and strong, and then it tapered off completely. And basically, since right around 2020, it's been essentially stagnant. It's actually going down.
Well, that's when the My Little Pony show ended, I think.
But yeah, this channel does not grow.
This was originally a MLP-centric channel, so...
I don't see that changing, and I don't know why they would.
With that show coming to an end, that kind of makes sense.
Well, probably actually a negative slope. Yeah, the number's going down. And, I mean, it is, in large part, my fault, because I wasn't able to keep the series reactions going. I think that is kind of where the growth stopped.
I don't know if that's quite fair.
The year where I kind of backed away from that?
Pretty sure it's the MLP thing.
I don't know, but because of the burnout, I never really recovered from that, even though, I mean, this past year, I've had basically daily uploads for an entire year. With, I mean, breaks here and there, but not really major. But that didn't really change the trajectory of the channel at all. It remains downward. And there are probably a lot of reasons for that. I mean, the content probably isn't really that good at the moment. And,
I mean, people are getting what they paid for, so that's kind of on them if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about my channel and what I've done on it. And, like, why did it do this at the start? Like, this is pretty good growth. Like, for multiple years, like, just solid. It was pretty quick at first. A bit of a lull, then it picked up again, but it was good. And I was really considering, like, what made my channel successful in the first place? Because it was pretty well known within the MLP community. I think I was one of the better known reactors for MLP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, initially I found this guy through
understood why.
Found him through a different MLP person at the time. Like, I think his name was
why did people start subscribing to me? Just some guy with
it was like Luffy something or other.
Not even any kind of camera at first.
Luffy is cool. That was the guy.
And I
started out watching him, then I found out about this guy, and I was like, oh, I like this guy. This is the kind of guy I'd love to hang out with, have a beer.
Deeply invested in the show.
Maybe try to get him into shooters since he hates them.
That was the perspective I offered as someone who was a fan. But curiously, I was a fan who had not really seen much of the fan work side of stuff. I came from, like, my involvement in the MLP fandom before the channel was in a roleplay forum. And before anyone knew who wasn't there for those days says anything. It was, like, not anything weird. It was like no 18 plus stuff. It was just like fantasy.
No horse cock and crotch tits. Where's the fun in that?
Role playing. Yeah, I wasn't really that invested in the side of the fandom. I just really liked the show. In fact, for most of the time I spent in the MLP fandom, I even hesitated to really call myself. I never really liked the term, and yeah, because of that, I hadn't seen any of the fan work, so you guys were
what term did he say?
Guide me.
Let's roll that back a minute.
The term. I even hesitated to really call myself a brony. I never really liked the term.
Based.
And, yeah, because
based.
Of that,
yeah, that was kind of a cringy term for male fans of the show.
Kind of, I mean, guide me on a journey there.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of that myself.
Share in all these fan
when did that show even end? I'm gonna
know the characters,
check that on my phone while he's explaining things.
Could understand it all and provide an informed perspective, really. So I think my channel was pretty valuable in those days, looking back on it, and I can see why I was fairly successful.
Okay, the show ended in 2019,
I
so
continued to at
no,
least
that looks
provide an
about
interesting
where it
perspective.
tapered
I think
off.
what wasn't the first cartoon aside from MLP that I did Avatar, and yeah, I mean, I was someone who had avoided the show, kind of ran it off, but then watched Korra and actually decided to watch Avatar after watching Korra. So I at least had a very
Still
unique
haven't seen
perspective.
Korra. I heard that it was not that
And from there, I
great
mean, just
compared to your
basically all the
original
cartoons.
Avatar show.
I guess the uniting factor was just that I really came to love most of the big ones that I would end up watching. Like Adventure Time, I was super passionate about that. I really, really got into Ruby. I really got into, I mean, before that, Gravity Falls. Like, I picked that up at season 2, but, I mean, I love that show, and I think it showed in the reaction. And that continued with most of the stuff I watched, and with the anime too. I think I mean, yeah, everything or almost everything was something I was pretty deeply into because you guys recommended good stuff through polls, and then I was also picking stuff that innately appealed to me. So I mean, the anime was never quite as successful as the Western cartoons, but that still did fairly well on the channel. I think where the problem
I'll still go back and rewatch this guy's like old
arose,
anime reactions and stuff.
Where it started was the fact that MLP was
Cells at
itself,
Work in particular.
it had an expiration date. I mean, the show ended, and with it, because I was someone where my interest pretty much all came from the show. Like, I mean, the fan works were cool, but I wasn't like that ever deeply invested in like the fan work side of it. Like, that wasn't what kept me going. I was like, oh well, I appreciate this. This is cool that you did this, but I wasn't the type of fan who was going to really dig in deep and keep following the fandom after the show ended. And that was never going to be me. So when the show did end, I think it left a bit of a void, especially because the channel was branded around it.
Yeah, but that's kind of the point that I made.
In hindsight, probably a mistake. I mean, maybe it helped me catch a foothold early on, but I don't know. It definitely didn't help me later on. Like, I'm pretty sure that really hurt me with connecting with like the Hololive fandom in the later days. Though I don't know. But yeah, MLP, it had its expiration date. It ended, and I mean, I was able to move on to other cartoon series. That part of the channel, there was no issue there. But in terms of the rest of the content I was doing on the channel, that kind of, I think, left a bit of a void there. Because my channel had always been, well, yes, I reacted to episodes of MLP. It was originally, at least, mostly the fan videos and the shorter videos and the constant content. And
I've actually been rewatching his
MLP,
Pony Thread Simulator reactions in my own time while listening to them anyway while I'm at work.
And
funny shit.
I was never really sure what for a long time. Yeah, what really didn't help was I think one of my chief ideas for this kind of content was anime abridged videos. That was something I pushed hard for a while, and that just ended up killing my second channel because like that, I don't know how anyone reacts to that on YouTube because it just copyright strikes and just not fun like that. The copyright holders for those anime series, they're just brutal, and they obliterated my second channel, and that was a big hit. But that's when the Patreon
YouTube is even worse with the copyright
Patreon,
shit
it's
these
definitely
days.
one of
So
those things where in hindsight, it was
Curious
definitely a
how he's gonna
major
do his
double-edged sword.
series
One of the
reactions and
big
stuff now.
double-edged swords of my YouTube career. I think the other one I can think of being the Discord, which I met some really cool people, had some good times, but probably in the long run not very good for my mental health. Just yeah.
I was there for a little
But
while.
Patreon,
Was
it
highly
gave
introverted
me a
though,
lot of
so I didn't really
content,
talk.
and it made me some pretty good money. But yeah, not only did it massively contribute to the burnout. I mean, obviously, I had to pull the plug eventually because I just could not keep up with the monthly demand. Because all the Patreon subscribers, they would renew every month, and the Patreon would also continue to grow. So, like, the number of videos I'm expected to put out each month would only go up, and that was kind of a mess and ultimately just not sustainable. But it also didn't really behave like I expected it to in terms of the content that people would select. Because I think when I started the Patreon, what I expected was, okay, I'm opening this up for people to suggest anything. So what they're going to suggest is, or request, because it's more than a request, I have to do it, more than a suggestion. The requests would be like for the most mainstream stuff. They'd be popular stuff, the most popular videos on YouTube, stuff that is the kind of thing that they would point me towards. Like I'd be reacting to like PewDiePie videos every week because I'm pretty sure that's who was number one at the time when I introduced it. But that didn't happen at all. Instead, the requesters, the patrons, they kind of took it down into micro niches, and it just got more niche, more specialized. And the difference, though, was instead of like being these anime abridged series where I was into the anime, or at least I mean I just appreciate the culture of it, or the MLP fan works where I mean I'm clearly invested in the show, so I'm down for any kind of fan work. These niches were often things that I wasn't interested in and didn't really care about, and it hurts the content, reaction content.
Yeah.
When you're reacting to something that doesn't really interest you.
I was just
Like,
about to say
you
it.
don't give a good reaction.
It feels like more of a
And
chore than actual fun.
I don't know. I think that ends up kind of being a big problem for the channel, because anyone who's like, especially growing a channel, because I mean I'm making money through the Patreon, and I mean the people who are already here, they're still showing up. But if you're just discovering the channel through one of these Patreon requests that I put out for something I don't really care about, and it's a low energy reaction where I obviously don't care, then you're not going to stick around, you're not going to subscribe, you're probably just going to be mad at it and then never watch one of my videos again. So I just feel like Patreon ended up kind of hurting my growth in a lot of ways. And I feel like I inevitably had to pull the plug because the burnout got really bad, and that's when the channel just fell apart and I stopped posting much at all. And when I came back, I decided to kind of focus down a lot on Hololive, because that's what I was really super passionate about. I kind of had the thought, okay, I'll go back and do what I was doing at the start, which is react to videos about the thing that I am currently the most passionate about. But I don't know if it worked. I don't think I ever really got... I never really feel like I got the attention of the Hololive fandom in any sort of significant way. Like, I don't think... I mean, it's hard to tell, because I'm losing subscribers all the time from people from 10 years ago. And
Yeah, honestly, never
so maybe I'm picking up new ones here, and
never checked any of those ones out myself.
But,
I mean, I love Mori Calliope,
it's
awesome
it's a
person,
thing.
but
It's not really encouraging
like
'Cause the
Hollow
views
Live in
aren't really that
general,
good.
it's
Um,
I don't know a whole lot about
but
it. Not really invested myself.
yeah, I mean, at least I was enjoying that content. Though I don't feel like I took it far enough. Like I stuck mostly to music, and maybe that was a mistake. Like I should have done more clips and stuff. I mean, I know eventually I started working in hologra, but the views aren't really great on hologra either. Like I should have done like more actual clips. Um, Maybe that would have got more people's attention. But I don't know. The Holo Live content didn't really help the channel, and eventually I did bring back the reaction requests. Or well, I guess they were new. But that was obviously the new iteration of Patreon, uh, where I thought of a pretty good idea, a way to make it work in a way, where I didn't have the issue of just being bombarded with too many requests for me to keep up with it. Though it still retained the other issues, because people were still requesting niche stuff that often didn't interest me that much. And I don't know. I honestly brought it back mostly because I needed the money, and the money did go a long way, and I'm thankful to anyone who has made a request. But
I kind of toyed with this notion myself, but I'm nowhere near his level of subs yet, so maybe we'll do something similar to that down the line.
I think, yeah, the issue is when I don't see growth. That's another thing. When I don't see growth, I feel like it makes me less excited to make content. So it kind of is this sort of defeatist loop where my failure to grow makes the content worse because I'm less excited, which just makes me not grow harder. So, I don't know. It's not on a good path. And I think it's time to step away from it. But, and this is the part where after this, if anyone's still watching,
yep,
you
still
may be
here.
surprised to know that I did phrase that in a very particular way, what I said earlier about ceasing operations of this YouTube channel or whatever I said, because I'm not quitting YouTube.
Well, that's good to know.
I do have plans. I do have plans that involve a new channel and a fresh start.
Okay, so I was...
And as probably no one remaining in the audience
yeah, I was kind of on the ball with my assumption.
It does involve a VTuber model that I have commissioned.
Okay, alright, so I was really on the ball.
Yeah.
So is he gonna like do humanized serendipity
really,
or
unsure about how I'm gonna roll it
or
out.
what?
I may just leave you guys to find it. Maybe I'll give you guys more detail. But I mean, it's
definitely would like more detail.
I mean, maybe I'll start.
I'll give a sub instantly
before I finish with this one.
One of my favorite content creators.
But that's maybe wishful thinking. Yeah, the VTuber thing. I think in the past when I was asked like, "Oh, would you want to be a VTuber?" I always would say no. I just like watching them. But I think in some regards there always was a bit of jealousy. Like I feel like if VTubers were a thing back in 2015 when I started the channel.
Maybe it's a blessing that I postponed like doing my own channel for so long until VTubers were a thing.
Back in 2014, if VTubers were a thing, I think I always would have gone that route because I mean that's kind of what it was.
Yeah, it's
sort of was a PNG tuber. I mean, I always kind of made the distinction that the pony wasn't me, so it was different, but it was just a cartoon character and a voice, and that was the early content. And I never really wanted to show my face. Like I was hesitant to do so. I did so because I mean, when I was just a faceless channel, that was the number one thing that people were like demanding. Like so, eventually I made it a subscriber, or it was a subscriber milestone, right? Pretty sure. But eventually I just felt compelled to do it, and I worked up the
Yeah, I think the
nerve
first
to actually go through with it, even though I'm a very camera shy person.
I think the
And
first
just
camera reaction
have a
he
lot
did
of
was
social
that
anxiety. I decided to do it anyway.
um
And then eventually
what the hell was that My Little Pony
I decided to
episode where they
switch
were
fully
like
over to camera just because I felt like
going to the
uh,
Crystal Palace or whatever?
I needed to. Like I felt like
It was that episode with
it just I
I think
needed
that
to
was
be
the
an
one with the
actual
baby.
reaction channel. Like I didn't really see a lot of channels that were
It was
just
either that or the Sombra one. I don't remember.
just voices without any sort of camera. Um, it just felt weird, especially as the channel moved on to other fandoms. Um, and I don't know. I just wanted to be a normal reaction channel, and I don't know. Part of me kind of feels like maybe my content was better before I was on camera, because I think I don't think um, I think I definitely always feel the camera. I'm fidgety. I get nervous, and I feel it on me, and I don't really like it. And I mean, I've gotten more used to it than when I started, with the first time I did a face reveal or whatever. But I still feel like, I don't know, maybe in those early days when I was just a voice, I was probably more
Yeah,
expressive.
putting yourself out there is hard.
And
Hell, even for me, with only my voice
like,
coming out, it's still a bit of a challenge.
I kind of feel like I may be better as a VTuber. Like,
Definitely excited
I
to
mean,
see that.
maybe it's not
I'm
gonna make a
curious what
difference. I haven't
kind
done
of
it yet. I
VTuber
haven't
he's come
tried it
up
yet.
with.
And I guess technically there is still going to be a camera looking at me. It's just going to be translating my movements to the model. But yeah, I think I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'll be more comfortable with that. I kind of feel like it'll help me be a bit more expressive and a bit just a bit sharper, a bit have a bit more edge, and be a bit freer to maybe speak my mind and not hold back so much as I do when it's my actual face.
Need some more water.
And yeah, I've also just been thinking about. I mean, obviously, with how I've been going on for so long now, I've been thinking a lot about just how much stuff I did wrong, even beyond everything I've said. And I just feel like my whole ethos, in a lot of ways, for the channel was kind of a bit wrong-headed. And that considered, I'm really just actually looking forward to a fresh start to try and make content differently.
Well,
And,
I'll definitely be there to support you.
Maybe I'll fail. I mean, I've invested some money, obviously, into the model, so I hope I don't. But I don't know. I think I think it'll be interesting. The plan with the new channel, by the way, is it will still largely be reaction content, though I am definitely planning to bring streaming back to it as well.
Awesome.
There will be, I think, steady.
Shantae.
But there will be reaction videos, and it will cover similar stuff, though it's going to be a different ethos, as said. For the ethos for this channel has been so much, you guys decide everything I watch. I mean, everything was poll decided, and at the start it was all comments, suggestions. But this time, it's going to be more I decide. I'm going to be selecting videos that interest me, a lot of topics, and I mean, a lot of it's going to be stuff that you guys pointed me towards, stuff that was, because not everyone was talking bad about the reaction requests and the Patreon videos earlier, but you guys also, a lot of you did point me at stuff that I really think is cool, and that the channels that I'm interested to watch more from, and I'm excited to.
I think I'm already pushing my luck chanting for Shantae. I'd
kind of just take a look.
Maybe I could push a little more. Hope that he checks out more Civ 11.
And maybe build a channel around that. And we'll see how it goes. And there'll be a lot of familiar stuff. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm still gonna react to VTuber stuff on the channel. That's gonna move over. Not gonna stop that. Though I will probably try to do more like clips and stuff. Maybe won't be as focused on the music, though we'll see. And yeah, the cartoons obviously will still be a part of it, and anime, though probably not for a while on the anime, because again, I'm terrified of the anime copyright.
Okay, bit off topic. Does he really have to have that
how to do it?
like
So I'm really gonna try and do
channel growth chart up the whole time? That's a little distracting.
Videos. I don't want to upload on all these crappy other sites that get taken down or blocked in various countries and just screwed around with. So probably going to be more edited content when it comes to series reactions, depending on the series and what's permissible on YouTube. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to try and just make it a better channel. And hopefully that'll be a channel that continues to grow and doesn't stagnate like this. Because this is not what you want to see if you want to keep doing YouTube. Like, I don't think this channel is ever going to reach 60,000 subscribers. So that's kind of the goal with the new one, to make one that does. And hopefully far beyond that. But that'll depend on how the content is and if people respond to it. And there's a lot that remains to be seen. And as said, this is all months off anyway, because I am going to be tying up as many loose ends as possible. I'm going to be reacting to all the series, and of course all the reaction request stuff to come out. And yeah, and I'm still going to be reacting to all live stuff in the meantime. And then when everything's ready, we'll be moving on to this next chapter, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway,
all right,
long update. I guess it's only been 35 minutes. I feel like I've been talking longer than that. I'm not used to videos where it's just me talking, though, so it's I guess it makes sense. I mean, I guess there is like the tier lists. That's just me talking, and for twice as long. But it's talking about Hololive, and that's different than about talking very honestly about my feelings regarding the channel and the failings that it and I have had. And yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful that I'm gonna get more right with the new channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing if that's the case.
Definitely looking forward to that myself.
They're here any longer. Another video is going to be coming up right with this one, Hololive video.
Go figure.
Even though, I mean, Hololive right now, hard to be that excited, but
yeah,
all the latest music.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll go up with this one, and then another video tomorrow, and then Monday, getting back to requests, and content is going to be coming out steady pace and basically 4 weeks after that. And series reactions coming back. Anyway, see you in the next one.
Well, I'm glad that he's not stepping away from the platform entirely. It's kind of a shame that the reaction requests are going to stop. Maybe I could work something out with him, do a couple more civvy things online if I request sparingly. Doubt he'd want to make any of those exceptions for sure, but it never hurts to ask. I am really excited to see what he has in store with this new VTuber thing that he wants to do. Like that, surprised that I was able to, like, predict that from the beginning. But he is big into Hololive, so that, again, should be expected, like he said. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say here. I'm really thankful that he's not stepping away from the platform, because it would suck if he was gone from YouTube completely. Again, said this a couple of times during the video here. He is one of my top favorite content creators. Been watching the guy since high school, and it would really suck if he decided to leave permanently. But his reasons for stepping away from what he's stepping away from, that it only makes sense. Like, in his words, the channel stagnating like it has, that, yeah, nobody wants to see that. And, like, just the other things he was talking about, like, feeling shoehorned into some of these reactions, like having to put on a brave face, power through it, even though he doesn't give a fuck about it. Like, yeah, that's not fun. That, can make you a little bit resentful towards what you love and what you're trying to do. But yeah, definitely excited to see where his journey goes from this point onward. And as for the rest of you, hopefully I will see you again down the line. We'll be getting back to our streams, getting back to our normal streams tomorrow and onward. And with that being said, here endeth the reaction. Until next time, stay groovy, people.